557, the people of the state of Michigan versus Bradford Weston. Please schedule today to be arraigned on the information.
Morning, Your Honor. Travis Mahalik from the people.
Yes, sir.
May it please this honorable court, Jeffrey Perlman on behalf of Bradford Weston. I'm standing in for your attorney of record, Lyle Harris. Is that with your consent? Yes. But now I've exceeded the information waiver formal reading standing for the charges.
All right, the court will enter a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf in the office, Mr. Prosecutor.
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Perlman, what do you want to do with this?
I would like to discuss, if we could, on the record of Hobbs evaluation.
All right, may I question your client?
Yes, please.
Sir, raise your right hand, be sworn.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in the matter now pending before the court will be the whole true self you got?
Yes.
Thank you.
Your name is Bradford O'Neill Weston.
Yes, Your Honor.
How old are you, sir?
31.
Who do you live with?
Myself and my brother.
And how far did you go in school, sir?
To the 12th grade.
Did you graduate?
No.
Have you a GED?
No.
Were you employed at the time of your arrest?
No.
When was your last employment?
I got laid off December 19th of 08 last year.
And where were you employed at that time?
At Ford Motor Company.
How long had you been there?
5 years.
Have you any alcohol, drug, or gambling addiction?
No, I don't have any addiction.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
Mr. Mahalik,
I was under.
hold on. Do you have any input from the victims?
I believe the victim was a bank here, Your Honor.
All right. We'll get to you then. Mr. Weston, have you any alcohol, drug, or gambling addictions?
No, I don't have any addiction, Your Honor.
Judge, if I may.
You may, Mr. Perlman.
Thank you. Mr. Weston's family is in the courtroom. Mr. Weston had one prior misdemeanor conviction, nothing else. Apparently, after he lost his job with the Ford Motor Company and the way the economy is post George Bush, he's unable to get work. He was very depressed. He did smoke a little marijuana, and he went into a bank and said, "Give me money." And they said, "Here." And he walked out of the bank.
That's bank robbery.
That's bank robbery, but it was not he committed no assault, he had no gun. He sounds like he was polite about it. So I'm asking the court to consider the least, it doesn't call for mandatory jail time. His guideline is 0 to 17 months, and because he has no prior record, I realize it is a very serious crime. I'm asking the court to consider a county jail sentence.
Mr. Mahalik, what do you want to say about that?
It's not quite how it happened, Your Honor, based on the investigator's report.
All right.
The teller at the bank said that the defendant loitered around until all the customers had left the bank. He then approached the window and said, "I need some money." The suspect stated, and then he said, "I need some money," and then giggled. And then he said, "I have a
Might
gun."
be high off the marijuana.
He said, "You're being robbed, I have a gun." And he placed his right hand into his coat pocket.
As if he had a gun.
Correct. The teller was extremely scared, nervous, started fumbling for money. The suspect stated, "Don't play with it, just put it in the bag." As she was doing it, the suspect kept saying hundreds, but he wanted her to be hundreds. She emptied her drawer, over $1,200. The suspect picked up the bag, turned, and casually walked out the front door. He was caught by fingerprint evidence. They had fingerprints, they had pictures, they had video of the defendant. Your Honor, people sympathize if there's no jobs out there, but robbing a bank isn't the answer. And it's not, I don't think it's mitigated at all by the fact that he's unemployed. It's not the answer to the situation.
Well,
All I'm saying is it's the first offense, Your Honor, and if he had a gun, or if he said he had a gun, I really believe the prosecutor's office would have said it was armed bank robbery, because I believe
well, he
pretending to
indicated
have a gun is armed robbery.
yeah.
So, Judge, for these reasons, I'm asking the court to consider it, and because he has no prior felony conviction, and because he was giggling. It's very serious, but I think he wasn't in his right mind. I'm asking the court to consider county jail time with a mental health evaluation, and he just has told me which, asked him about his.
Has he ever had any mental health issues prior to this?
Have you ever had any mental
No,
health issues?
no, Your Honor.
The record, 15,000 cash surety, 10% bond, 1,500. Can you come up with that? 1,500 bond. Or should I ask you a person? Should we pick a person? 1,000.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine, how are you?
Pretty good.
Your name, please?
Calvin Weston. I'm
All
here
right.
on behalf of my brother, Reverend Weston,
All right.
and can I speak?
Yes, sir.
On behalf.
You already have.
I just want to say that my brother, I've been knowing my brother all my life,
I would think so.
and I know him, and I know that he did something like this. It was because he was under a lot of stress, probably under depression. You know, he just lost his job, and you know how the economy is today. He lost his job, they repossessed his car, but you know, that's still, it still doesn't justify
I know.
what he did. But
I agree.
I know that he is not that kind of person. And I know that he had to be under stress, a lot of depression, you know, at that time. And I just know, you know, I know he's not that kind of person to do something like that. Unless he's something just, you know, just got him down to the point where, you know, my family wasn't raised like that, to do anything like that. So he had to
Well, none
be.
of us are raised to face these situations that we're facing, but nonetheless, we have to face them.
Yes, Your
To
Honor.
be quite frank with you, Mr. Perlman, in terms of sentencing within the jail, well, we all know about the early release thing. We know that if there becomes too many prisoners in the jail, then, of course, this wouldn't be considered, it wouldn't be considered anything but, I guess they could consider it violent because of the threats that are involved, even though he might not have had a weapon. I'm not too sure he'd even do a year in jail. That's the issue I'm struggling with.
I realize they are doing early release, but a lot of judges I've heard say, and I don't know how far it goes with the sheriff's department, say no early release. They did it with Kilpatrick.
Which means nothing.
That means nothing? They still release early?
Not really. Unless, well, I'd have to make a call and make sure and blah, blah, blah. It does, because I did one a couple of weeks ago. I told him, do not release this guy early. I don't care what happens.
Well, Judge, 12 months in the county jail is a long time.